Winter miles make summer smiles. Enjoying those winter miles outdoor can be a lot of fun. And to ensure you don't turn into a human popsicle on your bike, mastering the art of layering is crucial. That's why in today's video, we'll demonstrate the right way to layer up for your outdoor adventures. With this approach, you'll have no more excuses like, it's too cold outside, to skip your ride. So, let's jump right in. Before we start, why do we need to layer? Layering clothing traps air between each layer, enabling the body to warm up this trapped air and offer efficient thermal insulation. Through proper layering, we can use multiple garments stacked on top of each other to stay warm and protected from external elements without the risk of overheating. Each layer has its own purpose, and to understand the function of each layer, we'll closely examine them individually. Starting with the base layer. Choosing the correct base layer is crucial for effective layering, as it is the layer that should provide thermal insulation and help trap heat within the body. But, most importantly, the base layer should get moisture off your skin. To accomplish that, selecting the appropriate fabric and ensuring a snug, skin-tight fit are crucial. Materials like polyester, polyamide and polypropylene excel in their ability to wick away sweat. But you can also choose a base layer made out of merino wool. Cotton is less effective at moving moisture and can hold a significant amount of water, especially in thicker base layers. While these thicker layers might provide warmth when dry, they can have the opposite effect when they become wet. And the last thing you want is a wet base layer, trust me. With the mid layer, we can customize the layers based on the current temperatures and the weather conditions for the day. The second layer's primary job is insulation, and unlike the other layers, it can consist of multiple clothing items. Insulating garments should minimize moisture absorption to ensure the moisture is carried away from the body. When the mid layer absorbs too much moisture, it can act like a sponge and cause a cooling effect. Just like for the base layer, please do not choose cotton, since it has the tendency to get wet quite easily. Opt for heavier and warmer mid layers for colder days or leisurely paced rides. On the other hand, a lighter, more breathable mid layer is ideal for days with significant temperature variations or rides that involve intervals. The outer layer is where we incorporate protection against the elements. This involves features like wind blocking and water resistance, often achieved through protective membranes. But it should still offer breathability to allow the sweat previously wicked away from the body by the first two layers to escape outward. So, choosing your outer layer can be tricky and always depends on the current weather situation. On dry, windy days, opt for a wind-blocking vest to shield your core from the cold breeze. For varying and extreme conditions, consider technical jackets with protective membranes such as Gore-Tex. In rainy weather, go for a hard-shell rain jacket. If you anticipate high-intensity riding, water-resistant soft fabrics can also be a suitable choice. As a basic guideline for cold and dry days, concentrate on knit fabrics that provide maximum breathability, adding wind blocking like a vest or gilet only when necessary. While considering leg warmers for fall and spring rides can be a good idea, winter cycling demands long tights. Your selection of tights depends largely on how intense you intend to be in the world of outdoor winter cycling. Options include thermal, cycling tights, tights with windproof sections and waterproof cycling tights. Investing in a high-quality pair of winter cycling tights may come with a higher price tag, but it's definitely worth it. If you have a quality pair of summer cycling shorts, some manufacturers provide cycling tights without the padding that you can simply layer over your summer cycling shorts if you're on a budget. However, if you become passionate about winter outdoor cycling, I highly recommend investing in a proper pair of winter cycling tights. Since you barely move your feet much during your rides, they can get cold quite easily. Overshoes provide a simple solution to protect your feet from the cold and wind. Alternatively, you can consider investing in winter cycling shoes. Summer cycling shoes come with multiple holes to ensure proper ventilation, but this feature can be problematic for winter cycling. Winter cycling shoes are designed without ventilation holes and feature an extra layer to keep your feet insulated from the cold air. Another option is to go for mountain bike shoes, which offer better grip. A valuable feature if you need to dismount and push your bike. Now that you've assembled your winter cycling attire, let's discuss some additional considerations. Beginning with your head. Much like your summer cycling shoes, your helmet likely features numerous vents for ventilation, so it's essential to wear a thin hat or headband underneath your helmet to shield your head and ears from the cold. For deep winter riding, you may want to consider thermal hats equipped with wind protection, specifically made for cycling. Please ensure that your helmet maintains a proper fit even when worn with additional layers, as it won't provide adequate protection in the event of an accident if it doesn't fit correctly. To enhance neck protection, you can opt for a neck warmer like above. You'll find both lightweight and thermal options available. Select the one that suits your preference based on your sensitivity to the cold and the current weather conditions. Another aspect to consider is taking care of your hands. They are exposed to the wind, making additional protection necessary. A quality pair of gloves will do the job. Specialized cycling gloves feature wind-resistant areas, reflectors and cushioning for your palms. However, any gloves that you find comfortable and may already have, such as skiing gloves, can work. Some individuals even prefer mittens, which you can give a try, though be mindful that shifting may be somewhat more challenging with them. And finally, don't forget about glasses. During winter, the wind gets even colder and your eyes will appreciate the added protection. Since winter days tend to be dim, your summer glasses may be too tinted for optimal visibility in these conditions. You can remedy these by swapping out the lenses on your goggles for ones without a mirrored coating. Allow me to offer you another piece of advice for winter cycling: route planning. Choosing a route with constant changes in elevation featuring frequent shifts between uphill and downhill segments can be quite stressful. This is because you'll find yourself switching between sweating and freezing as you navigate these different terrains. That's why, during the winter, it's a wiser choice to select routes that are either flat or ones that don't constantly alternate between uphill and downhill sections. Lastly, let's discuss how to ensure you're dressed appropriately for your ride. As you set out the door, it's ideal to feel slightly chilled. Once you start pedaling and you get your body moving, you'll quickly warm up. If you find yourself sweating just from walking to your bike, you're dressed too warmly. And there you have it! By following these tips, you'll become a layering pro in no time. Mastering the art of layering involves a bit of trial and error, as everyone responds to cold temperatures differently. I encourage you to persist because cycling through a winter wonderland can be truly amazing. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see each other on the road. Happy winter cycling!